All right, have you ever had one of those videos you kind of felt like you had to make? Well, this is one of those. We had a webinar, and I'm blaming that webinar last week for me needing to make this video today. We did an agent onboarding webinar. It was from the perspective of a couple independent transaction coordination companies and what their onboarding process was when they take in new agents. Now, it's no different than if you're a real estate team and you're bringing new agents on, whether you're an ops manager, whether you're a TL, whether you're a team owner. You need to know that when you bring on new agents, you want to have a system in place and a process for properly onboarding new agents, okay? So one thing that had come up in that webinar is that Michelle had mentioned that she has a little course that she kind of has them go through, and it's a bunch of just short little videos of everything that she wishes that she had told them, or maybe it's in her contract with them, but she's not sure that they're going to read it. So she gives them a bunch of quick little short videos to watch, because not everybody reads a contract, but they may watch a 2-minute video or a 3-minute video. So that's not a new concept to me, because that's something I've done for a while, so that resonated with me when she said that. But then I had a few people reach out and they wanted to dialogue. What's this video library you're talking about? And because I have an agent frequently asked questions video library, top 10 questions. Then I have a buyer and a seller frequently asked questions, okay? A video library. So what would a course look like for that agent? This is just an example. I literally just put this together in the last 2 days just to use as an example in this particular video. So let's assume we have Cultivate Wins, Transaction Management, Agent Onboarding, okay? I'm not saying that this would be my final product, but this might be a direction that you could go. First thing that I wanted to point out is the entire course is 20 minutes or less long. I don't want to give an agent an hour, 2 hours worth of material to go through. They're not going to go through it. It's just all there is to it, okay? But if I can do something in 15 to 20 minutes that brings real value to them, I think I can encourage them to do that, okay? Now, I'm going to tell them what's going to happen in this video. I'm going to tell them what the value proposition for our company is. Then I'm going to answer the questions that I know that they either have or I certainly want them to have. Now, what will we own versus what will the agent own? What does everybody want to know? What are you going to do for me? So tell them what you're going to do for them and tell them what is expected of them. What are they still going to own? So when I've done transaction management in the past, there's only 2 main things I don't own. Your company may be different, but I don't negotiate for the agents and I don't draft documents. Those are the only 2 things that they own. I own the rest of it. Okay, that's basically the summary of that video, but it's a little more than that. The next one is the one that we get questions on all the time. Okay, hey, I have new contracts. How do I submit my first contract? So how do we submit new contracts or files to the TC? Then, how are we going to communicate with each other? What are the standards of communication? Next one, how will my buyers and sellers be communicated with? Some TC companies don't communicate with the buyers and sellers at all. They let the agent do that, and they only communicate with their agent and the vendors. Other TCs, like myself, I've always loved having that contact with the buyer and seller. I would rather own that than have the agent own that. I just enjoy that part of it, okay? Then from there, how do we actually get started? Okay, so for me, if I'm going to onboard a new agent, I want to know who their preferred lenders are, who their preferred closers are, I'm going through all their preferred vendors. I'm going to gather all that information. Are there any login and passwords that I need to access? I don't care if it's SkySlope, .loop, or anything else. What about their CRM so that I can update their database? Some TCs don't want anything to do with that. For me, I think we always say for agents that their database is their gold mine. No, it's not. It's usually garbage. So I want that login and information. I'm going to take 2 to 5 minutes on the front of the transaction, 2 to 5 minutes on the end of the transaction to make sure that their CRM and their database is up to date with the contact that we're dealing with right now. Why? Because I want to turn their database into gold mine. Because if it's their gold mine, they will be able to build future business off of that. If they get future business, who's that future business really for? Me. Okay. So those are a couple things that it goes over. And I literally can do all of that in 20 minutes. Now, if we wanted to push this a little farther, I'm not suggesting that you do this, but people are asking, what would this actually look like? So in any one of these, you could dive into any one of these and then you click on it and it would actually have a little video here, the series of videos. You could spell out anything that you want down here and actually put some tools down there for them or whatever is appropriate. But now let's say you want to take it to the next level. This may be as far as you push this, but what would the next level be? For me, I might do something like this, an additional 20 minutes, okay? Each video is maybe 4 minutes long. Transaction coordination and management, real leverage with no financial risk. I really want to stress the fact that we don't get paid unless you get paid. We don't get paid unless your goals are achieved. We don't get paid unless it gets across the finish line and everybody gets paid. So that'd be one thing I might point out. Full access to practical side of real estate membership. So for me, if I'm going to open up a transaction company, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at what other resources, talents, tools, or anything else that I've got in my organization that I can repurpose and I can just provide to them. Okay, so for me, I own a coaching company. So what am I probably going to do? For my agents that would work with me as a transaction coordinator, I could give them full access to the practical side of real estate membership site where we post monthly content for agents, admin, for leadership, and on mindset we post free graphics libraries, everything else like that. That doesn't cost me any money because it's already exists for a different purpose. Is there anything that you do that you could repurpose and bring more value to your agents with no extra cost to you? That's kind of what I do here. I already do monthly group coaches and monthly webinars. They could actually twice a month be a part of those at no extra cost to them if they want to be part of group coaching. Okay, I don't need to charge extra for that. I'm doing those sessions anyways, and if they're going to be our customers for transaction management, I don't care if they want to sit in. If they get extra value from it, I want to bring so much extra value without doing anything extra effort on my part, just include them in the things that we're already doing, that if they left me as a transaction coordinator, they wouldn't just lose me as a transaction coordinator. They'd lose all of the graphics library. They'd lose all the training that they're getting, everything else like that. We have a full social media graphics library that we've already built out. I'd give them free access to that. So if they want to do anything with their social media, they could actually use that at no extra cost. And it's no extra cost to me. It's already developed for a different service and product out there. Okay, full video library for our agents and our buyers and our sellers. So what we do, we put together a full video library of the top 10 frequently asked questions from agents, top 10 frequently asked questions from buyers and from sellers. And we make that available to them so that that could be presented to their clients. Okay, those types of things. So those are just a couple examples. You might have a different section. Think of what extra value you could bring where you're basically going to repurpose something that you're already doing that will take you no extra effort, but brings them actual real value. I'm not saying that this is the best example. I'm saying it would be one example. Think about what that example might look like for you. Okay. Next thing is this. I definitely like to have some type of referral program, and I also do volume discounts. If they tell me that they want to do this amount of volume and will you charge us less? No, but here's the deal is after your say 10th your 10th closing, we will do the 11th one for free, something to that extent. I'm not saying that that's the right solution. I'm saying, do you have a volume discount? Discuss what it is right here, okay? Or get rid of this altogether. Referral programs. I definitely like to have referral programs. If they send me someone that's going to do business with me, I'm not just going to send them something. What I'm going to do is I'm looking for, after they have sent me someone and we've had 3 closings together with the person that they sent me, I'm going to give them one of their transactions for free. Why wouldn't I do that? I just got 3 transactions. Okay, I want them to send me another lead that I can get 3 more transactions on, because I believe if anybody has 3 transactions with me, they're never going to stop doing transactions with me, or not for a long time. So it's not just 3 transactions I'm getting. I know that I've earned the right to continue doing the business with this person if we've done at least 3 transactions together, which means I'm going to continue to do business with them. That I'm going to reward the person who referred it to me for bringing me not just a name, but someone that's actually put food on my table and paid my bills. Okay, so that would be an example. Okay, what's the next thing? Wrapping up, and then a resource page. Okay, what would some of those resources be? Well, I would give all of these would be hot links, online contract submission forms. I would give them all their resources right here. Agent graphics library. They'd click on that. It would open up the whole library. Practical side of real estate membership site. Again, I'm just using examples here. Do what is right for you and your business. But this might be an example of what an onboarding course might look like. It starts with the basics. If all they do, they're required to go through this 20 minutes. Everything else beyond that, Those are just extra sections if they choose to dive into that. And then if they ever ask about them in the future, we don't talk about them up front, referral program or anything like that, I can refer them back to that and just send just that video to them. Okay, so those are a couple examples. I hope that helps answer the question in regards to what is this onboarding course that Michelle talked about or you talked about or anything like that. This is not a real course. I made this up. I can do this. Literally, I put this together in about an hour. And if each one of the videos is less than 2 minutes, max 3 minutes long, it's going to take me a couple hours to put this together. Literally, don't make such a big deal out of this. Keep it simple. Make it easy for yourself, but bring the agents real value through everything that you do. Hope this helps. Have a great day.